He inherits a despised albino alien baby dragon, infested with millions of barnacles. Everyone thought the will was a joke. When retired asteroid miner Jalen Vark opened an encrypted hologram from the late alien Emperor Swordzal, the last thing he expected was to be named as heir, not to a kingdom, not to riches, but to a sick, barnacle-infested baby alien dragon no one wanted. "You got to be kidding me," Jalen muttered, staring at the image of a pale, skeletal hatchling curled in chains, its skin covered in pulsing barnacle pods. The hologram continued. "You once saved my life, unknowingly, when you dislodged a buried shuttle during a meteor storm on Kalos 3. I now return the favor. This creature, Ziri, was born under an omen of death. She has been cursed, rejected by her kind, and sentenced to rot. I give her to you, not as a punishment, but as a final plea. She deserves to live. If anyone can save her, it's a human like you." Jalen rubbed the back of his neck. He didn't feel like a hero. He was a loner, lived in a gravity-scarred outpost on the edge of Saturn's third moon. He fixed broken rovers and listened to old Earth jazz. And now, he was a reluctant guardian of a dragonling covered in alien parasites. The transport ship delivered her in a locked quarantine capsule. The moment it opened, a foul, briny stench hit Jalen like a punch. The albino dragonling was emaciated, her translucent skin clinging to bones. Her milky eyes were wide with pain and fear. But worst of all were the barnacles, millions of them, bulging, translucent parasites that squirmed and pulsed across her body, drawing nutrients from her bloodstream. "Gods," he whispered, "what did they do to you?" She whimpered, a thin, telepathic pulse barely stronger than a whisper. "Please, make it stop." Jalen swallowed hard. He'd never cared for a living thing more complex than a houseplant. But something about her voice, her eyes, he couldn't walk away. He named her Ziri. The first weeks were a nightmare. The barnacles resisted every known treatment. When he tried to scrape them off, she bled. When he burned them, she screamed in agony. But Jalen didn't give up. He spent sleepless nights scanning through alien archives, mixing old Terran remedies with exobiological techniques. He built her a custom gravity bath infused with magnetized herbs from 3 different moons. He wept the first time she stopped whimpering in her sleep. One day, she spoke in his mind more clearly. "They said I was cursed. I was born white. They threw me into the deep trench. The barnacles found me. They whispered lies, said I belonged to them. They were wrong," Jalen said, gently stroking a patch of clean skin on her neck. "You belong to you. And if you'll have me, you belong with me now." Months passed. Ziri slowly grew stronger. The barnacles began falling off, one by one, rejected by her healing body. Her wings unfurled, fragile but unbroken. Her cries became hums. Her pain became purrs. Jalen reinforced the roof of his dome just so she could try flying indoors. But the peace wouldn't last. One day, a sleek black ship landed outside his outpost. It bore the crest of the Dragon Syndicates, those who had cast her out. A tall alien stepped out, dressed in ceremonial armor. His golden crest gleamed. "We have tracked the parasite bearer," he announced. "That albino dragonling is a biological threat. She was sentenced to death. Return her to us or suffer the consequences." Ziri curled behind Jalen's legs, hissing weakly. Jalen stepped forward, shotgun slung over one shoulder, voice cold. "She's not yours anymore, and she's not a threat. She's healing." The alien sneered. "You're a human. Your species can't possibly comprehend what she is. She will relapse. She will spread infection." "No," Jalen said. "You're just afraid she'll survive, that she'll prove you wrong." The alien raised a communicator. "Very well. You will both be cleansed. That's when Ziri screamed. But it wasn't fear. It was rage. The parasites may have hurt her body, but they had also taught her to manipulate frequencies. She tapped into the barnacle resonance and flipped it, emitting a screech that shattered glass, pierced metal, and sent every enemy soldier clutching their skulls in agony. Jalen watched in awe as the frail dragonling he'd nursed back to life unfurled her wings, shedding the last of the parasites in a final, blinding burst of energy. Her voice echoed in the sky. I am not cursed. I am not yours. I am free. The syndicate soldiers fled, and Jalen just stood there, arms open, as Ziri landed beside him, whole, shining, and radiant in the sunlight. News of the albino dragonling, who survived the barnacle plague, spread fast. Other sick dragons came seeking Jalen's help. Scientists arrived to study the resonance cures Ziri had discovered. Alien diplomats asked to speak with her, but she stayed beside Jalen. She made a nest near his sleeping pod and told him stories of the trench, of darkness, and of hope. I think he chose well, Ziri said one night, her eyes glowing in the starlight. Who? Jalen asked. Emperor Swordsall, she said. You didn't save just me. You saved you too. Jalen laughed, shaking his head. I was just a tired old man with an empty dome. Now you have a sky full of dragons, she said softly, and one of them loves you.